So a man at the airport. Now this is not some story which I have come across in any books. I was just meditating and it came in my mind, so I'm just putting it in front of. It so happened that there was a man, and just like most of us here in Bangalore, he was working here and very far away from his hometown. Okay. One day he thought of going back home to visit his parents, back home to his hometown. And he went to the airport. He was sitting there. Unfortunately, an announcement was made that his flight has been delayed by another 1.5 hours. So initially, obviously, he was frustrated. Kare yaar, kya ab yahan baithna padega bekar mein. So suddenly he saw that there were a few newspapers and magazines that were lying around for the passengers who were there sitting at the airport. So he just picked up one newspaper or maybe one magazine and started going through it. While he was going through it, he became very engrossed in reading. So much so that he just picked up another magazine and another and another. And by doing that, like how 1.5 hours passed, he didn't come to know. He missed the flight altogether, but he was very much attached to that magazine. And he decided that, okay, I also want to now print the magazine. I have read it enough now, I just want to print it. He came out of the airport, he just took a small shop near the airport, started, selling the magazines there, or business chal pada uska, right? From one airport to another, and he just kept on expanding that business, all over India, like, he had one outlet of his particular, magazine which was being published there, right? And he became a very rich person, very famous person, right? And he got married, he had kids, his kids grew up, business started flourishing even more, with the kids around. And then, he married off his kids one day, started growing old, but then his business was doing really well. And one day, suddenly, all of a sudden, death came, right? He was on his deathbed. And entire life was just flashbacking, just was a kind of ran in front of him like a flashback. Okay, that's what he has done. Even in that situation, he was just thinking about, one particular center did not make much profit. If they could have done this thing like that, then profit would have been better. And thinking like that in a miserable condition, he just quit his life. Okay. Now, I just want all of you to think, just replace certain things in this particular story and just see how it relates to all of us. Okay. He wanted to go to his hometown to meet his parents. Replace that parents with Radha and Krishna. Okay. He was sitting at the airport. Replace that airport with this Bhakti Center Kannamangala. Okay. Or maybe some other ISKCON center. Right. And he was very attracted to magazine and all those things. Just replace it with all the mundane activities that we are doing we are doing here, right? So do you find any resemblance in the life of that person and our person? So our ultimate goal is to reach Srimati Radharani and Krishna, who are eagerly waiting for us in the Golok Vrindavan. Okay? By having this human life, we already have that flight ticket, okay, with us. All it needs is just to go to the airport, that means come to the center like this, be in association of devotees and catch the flight back home, back to Krishna. But unfortunately, we are so much distracted by the magazines and newspapers all around that we simply forget to come to the airport altogether. Okay?